hi. I see you're back for a little more talk about compost. I'm ready for a chat. Turn that off, will you please? Thank you. I've been putting water into this bucket, and in the bottom of the bucket, it's about a third full, is some of my last year's compost. It's still really, really good. And so I filled the bucket about a third way with compost, and then the rest of the way with water. And what I'm making is compost tea. Compost tea is not to drink, by us anyway. After it steeps for 3 days, it makes wonderful plant food. So for houseplants or your plants outdoors. So if you really have your compost going by spring, when you want to give your plants, your flowers, your vegetables extra nourishment, you could have some compost with which you could make compost tea. I hope your compost has been started. I hope that you have a place, a container, and you've started with a layer of browns, dry stuff, and then you put your greens on top. So greens would be grass clippings or your kitchen scraps, fruit and vegetable, and a few other things which we're going to go over today. But if you remember, last week I told you it's important to chop. The smaller the pieces, the faster your compost goes. And so this week, we're talking about making it go faster. So I just want to show you how I chop. This is what I do. For my kitchen waste, you can take things like your egg cartons, you can tear them, or you can chop them with your kitchen shears. That's what I'm doing here. You can make them as small as you want, or this might be a good thing for your young child or grandchild to do if they can use scissors. And then for the coffee ground filter, I just tear it up with my hands. You know how it is, it's all wet and soggy. And for, let's see, what else do I have that should be chopped? I don't know why somebody put those in, but I'll make those smaller. They'll do fine. A little more of this, and so on. And then you chop everything up and then put it in your compost bin, because then it will go faster. And now you're probably wondering, but what about leaves? Do you have to do that with your kitchen scissors? No. When the leaves fall, and they haven't fallen yet, except for, as I showed you last week, these tiny little honey locust leaves. That's all that's falling so far. Look I'll show you how small they are. There is one honey locust leaf. You don't really need to chop those. Just throw them in there. That's my dry stuff for now. That and some egg cartons and cardboard. That's good dry stuff. But what if I have a pile of these big leaves? These are maple leaves. And if I have a whole pile, I'm not going to use the kitchen scissors. I am going to run over them with the lawnmower a couple of times and then sweep them up into my holding basket here. After you put your scraps into your bin, as you remember, you cover them. Don't leave them uncovered. Cover them with a little more dry matter. Now, a little review of what we do and do not put into our compost bin. We'll start with things we put in. We put fruit and vegetable waste, eggshells, which are boiled and crushed, coffee grounds, grass clippings, paper coffee filters, dead leaves, untreated wood chips, hair of all kinds, the manure of herbivores only. That'd be chickens, goats, cows. Probably not too many of us have a cow. Some of us have goats though. And then egg cartons, the ones I showed you all torn up. Herbivores only with manure. And the manure does a great job being an activator. It makes the compost work faster. So that's why people like to have chickens in their yards. That's one reason. Here's what does not go in your compost. No meat or bones, no cheese or a dairy, nor pet or human waste. So no carnivore stuff or omnivore. No cat litter, fats or oils, produce stickers, barbecue, charcoal, weeds that have gone to seed, invasive weeds, or branches and wood chunks because they take too long. So we've gone over the things we can put into the compost bin, and we've checked on you to make sure you've started your compost bin, and we've talked about compost tea. So that's it for today, everybody. Michelle, would you like to stay for a cup of tea?
Why, yes, I would. Thank you. Maybe not compost tea, though.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Thank you.